There is one specific dollar amount that literally determines whether you stay broke for the rest of your life or start building real wealth, and most people have absolutely no idea what it is. It is not $1 million, it is not a six-figure salary, and it definitely is not the amount you think you need to retire comfortably. There is a hidden threshold in the world of money that acts like a massive gatekeeper. Once you cross this line, the math of money changes forever, and wealth begins to build itself. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what number to aim for, why it is the ultimate turning point, and the specific steps you need to take to reach it as fast as possible. Let's be honest for a moment. You probably know the feeling of living paycheck to paycheck all too well. You work 40, 50, or maybe 60 hours a week just to keep your head above water. You see the money hit your bank account on Friday, but by the following Tuesday, it has already vanished into a black hole of rent, car payments, groceries, and endless bills. It feels like you are running a race on a treadmill that keeps getting faster, but you are not moving an inch forward. You might even be earning $50,000 or $70,000 a year, which sounds like a lot of money on paper, but by the 20th of the month, your balance is hovering dangerously close to zero. This is the exhausting reality for millions of hardworking people who are doing everything they were told to do, yet they still feel financially suffocated and stuck in a cycle of survival. The reason most people feel this way is that they do not understand the wealth gap. Wealth is not just about having a high income, it is about hitting a critical threshold where your money starts working harder than you do. Think of your financial journey as trying to launch a rocket ship. The hardest part, and the part that requires the most fuel, is simply getting off the ground and escaping the pull of gravity. Most people spend their entire lives fighting that gravity because they never reach the critical dollar amount that allows them to break free. This number is a psychological and financial turning point that unlocks true freedom and creates opportunities that were previously invisible. It is the moment when you stop chasing money and money starts chasing you. Why do most people never reach this threshold? It is usually because they are stuck in a series of common traps. The biggest one is lifestyle inflation. As soon as someone gets a raise, they buy a nicer car or move into a bigger apartment, effectively keeping themselves below the wealth line forever. Others lack the fundamental investment strategy needed to grow their capital. They work for money, but they never teach their money how to work for them. Trying to build wealth without hitting this specific number is like trying to fill a swimming pool with a thimble while there is a hole in the bottom. You are putting in the effort, but the system is designed to drain your resources through debt, interest, and consumerism. Social pressure to look wealthy often prevents people from actually becoming wealthy. So what is the $1 amount that changes everything? That number is $100,000. To be specific, it is your first $100,000 in invested assets. While $100,000 might not sound like enough to retire on, it is the most important milestone in your entire financial life. Charlie Munger, the legendary investor, once said that the first $100,000 is a total grind, but you have to do it. He famously told people to find a way to get their hands on that amount, even if it meant walking everywhere or not eating anything that wasn't purchased with a coupon. The reason this number is so powerful is that it represents the point where the power of compounding truly takes over. Why does reaching $100,000 work like magic? It comes down to the simple mechanics of mathematics. When you have $5,000 invested and it grows by 7%, you only make $350. That is not enough to change your life. But when you have $100,000 invested and it grows by that same 7%, you earn $7,000 in a single year without lifting a finger. That is over $500 a month in purely passive growth. At this point, your money is likely earning more in a year than you were able to save in your first 3 years of working. This is the moment when the snowball effect becomes visible. Reaching this amount also provides massive psychological freedom. You stop operating from a place of scarcity and start seeing the world through the lens of opportunity. How do you actually reach this life-changing milestone? It requires a focused plan and a bit of temporary sacrifice. First, you must track and reduce every unnecessary expense. You do not need to live like a monk forever, but you need to be aggressive until you hit that threshold. Second, focus on income streams that scale. Whether it is a side hustle, learning a high-value skill, or building digital assets, you need to increase the gap between what you earn and what you spend. Third, avoid debt traps like the plague. High-interest credit card debt is the enemy of financial freedom. Instead, take that extra cash and put it into consistent investments like low-cost index funds or a high-yield savings account. If you can invest $1,000 a month with an 8% return, you will hit that $100,000 mark in less than 8 years. Once you are there, the path to $1 million becomes much faster and much easier. There are several common misconceptions that hold people back from starting this journey. Many believe you need to be rich to start investing, but the truth is that you invest so that you can become rich. Others think that saving a small amount, like $50 a week, won't make a difference. In reality, that small amount builds the habit and the momentum necessary to reach the bigger goals. Another myth is that wealth is only about earning a massive salary. There are plenty of people making $300,000 a year who are functionally broke because they spend it all. Real wealth is about what you keep and how you manage it, not just what you bring in. Successful money management is a skill that can be learned by anyone, regardless of their current bank balance. Please contact me now. Does the $100,000 target seem feasible or like a distant dream? Please post goal if you plan to reach this amount or if it surprised you. If this information was helpful, please give this video to a friend who needs a financial perspective adjustment. Building wealth is a team effort. In my upcoming video, I'll show you 3 ways people are reaching $100,000 faster than ever without a high-paying corporate job or winning the lottery. This is not to be missed. Knowing the $1 difference between rich and poor puts the power in your hands. Knowledge, target, and roadmap. Will you take charge of your finances and attain $100,000, or will you let life happen to you? While the beginning of the journey is typically the most challenging, after you have conquered the force of gravity, the possibilities are virtually endless. It is not luck that is required to develop wealth. Rather, it is discipline, strategy, and time. Now is the time to get started, to be persistent, and to see your life transform as your money begins to work for you. It is within your ability to make changes to your family tree. Continue on, have faith in the procedure, and I'll see you at the top of the mountain. This in-depth exploration of wealth mathematics has come to a close, but the road you're on to achieve financial freedom and prosperity is just getting started. You are intended to be successful financially, so keep going and never settle for anything less than the best. Your future self will be grateful for the work that you did today. Commence right away and don't turn around. Clearly defined aims and a roadmap to follow. Step into action. Your life can be completely transformed by $100,000. Maintain your concentration on the number, stick to the plan, and you will emerge victorious. You are now in charge. Now is the time for you to shine and build wealth for yourself. Every dollar that you put away and invest right now is a seed that will bear fruit in the future. Get the seeds planted right away. Consistent action is usually superior to luck that happens overnight. Continue constructing your riches bridge one brick at a time until you reach the conclusion of the process. Not at all.